Ladies and gentlemen, I think any time in our life, people talk so much about leadership. They talk about teamwork. Well, to be a good leader, yes, you have to have teamwork in your company. What is the true meaning of teamwork? If you're an executive, do you put yourself above everyone else? Or are you a team player? Are you willing to go ahead and roll up your sleeves and help out one of your employees for the betterment of the team? Do you sit back? Do you delegate? Or are you the type of person that likes to micromanage? Are you the type of person that doesn't want to see any one of your employees become better? Because when your employees become better, you enhance the value of the whole team. Teamwork, leadership. I saw a great example of it several years ago. This has been my 18th year with the Special Olympics. It's a wonderful charity, a wonderful organization made up of simply phenomenal young boys and girls, men and women. And it's very, very, very near and dear to my heart. I was at the National Special Olympics in Seattle, Washington. 15,000 people in a giant stadium. And I was about 4 or 5 seats right from the track where they were beginning to do some specific events. Mostly they were getting ready to run the 100-yard dash. And all of a sudden, as the 10 Special Olympians came over and lined up, the judge came over with his gun. He said, on your mark, get set, go. Boom. And he fired his gun. At that particular moment, all 10 of those Special Olympians took off and they started to run. And they ran for about 10 feet, 15 feet. Right around the 25-foot mark, one boy was running so hard, and he ran himself right out of control, turned around, and boom, fell flat, right on his face. And in the process, skinned his knee terribly. And all 9 of those other Special Olympians continued to run until they heard the screams and the cries of that young boy who was now lying on his back and gripping his knee. And upon hearing those screams and cries, everyone stopped, turned around, and they froze for about 10 seconds. And then all of a sudden, they slowly began to walk back. And they formed a circle around that young boy. One little girl, we found out later, she had Down syndrome. She broke out of that crowd and came over to the boy who was lying down, and she whispered in his ear. She said, "Come on, pal, you need to get up because we're going to finish this race together." And what all those other 9 kids did was they picked that boy up, turned him around, faced him towards the finish line. They all linked arms, and they all proceeded to walk step by step towards the finish line. And ladies and gentlemen, what you heard in that stadium of 15,000 people was 1 clap, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15,000 men and women, boys and girls. Some had tears streaming down their face as all 10 of those Special Olympians crossed the finish line at the exact same time. Because what matters most in life, what matters most in the corporate sector, is not always about winning for yourself. It is about helping others win too. It is about using what you have to make a positive impact in somebody else's life to get them to the next level.